So I told you guys on a previous video, the one in which we unboxed this new generation iPhone 17 Pro Max. When I picked this up, this still feels so high quality for like an early version to put your hands on. Like, it's crazy the type of stuff they're sending me from China at this point. Anyway, I told you in that video,
I'm probably gonna receive some more of these for different models, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that.
So I received this other box here, and I think inside of this box is going to be something we can handle that is going to be indicative of the iPhone 17 Air, which you may or may not have heard of. So the Air fits in this kind of weird zone where the Pro and Pro Max models got thicker in order to potentially accommodate an increase in battery life, camera components, who knows. So now you've got this secondary model, or I guess it's technically the third model. You're still gonna have the standard iPhone 17. Now you've got this Air to choose from. So I think we're gonna get to handle something like the Air, something close to it. I honestly don't know what's in this package. Like, I don't know what it looks like. People are gonna be curious to know just how it stacks up to the Pro Max and how much smaller and most importantly, how much thinner it is considering they're calling it Air. And who knows, this might not even be the last model that we get our hands on before the launch of the actual iPhone 17. So make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos, because they might keep just sending me these things. Jeez, look how many are here. What are all these models? They're probably gonna keep sending me all types of information, so make sure to subscribe. Cool. So we have the standard models in here as well, and we can see, oh my goodness, that's the Air. Whoa. That is cool. I'm gonna put that down for a moment. We got another Air. Okay, so we got the full deal, and we even had a case. Wow. No, it is not a later case, but it is a case, and the later case is gonna look a lot like this. Of course, it'll be made out of Kevlar instead. Look how real this stuff is. Okay, so to be clear, like, this is obviously gonna be your Pro Max, and now we have verification that that is gonna be our dimension. These two are basically identical. Identical thickness, identical height, identical width. So now that's two separate manufacturers that have sent me mock-ups of the 17 Pro Max, and they are identical, and this one actually has the dimensions listed. So here we have 163.04, 77.59, and 8.75, obviously in reference to the thickness. Now, when we move over to the Air model, goodness gracious, is this thing gonna bend? This is crazy. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. If they find a way to make this strong, they are gonna sell a boatload of these things. I am telling you right now. That feels futuristic. I don't know how they're gonna make it strong. I don't know. Don't put it in your back pocket. I don't know. I sort of have a history myself of, never mind. This episode has been sponsored by Opera, specifically the new One R2 web browser.
You can now control your music without interrupting your browsing and pop out your music into a floating module and even move it out of your browser completely.
It's got all kinds of themes so you can customize your browser with animated backgrounds, UI colors, sounds, and more. Choose from themes like Classic, Aurora, and Midsummer, or mix and match for a sleek modern workspace. It's also got a split screen mode so you can work on two documents side by side in the same browser window, so you don't need to jump between multiple windows. You just drag a tab downward to activate split screen and place it where you want. There's another cool feature called Tab Islands, which will allow you to organize your tabs with tab grouping. You can create islands based on context like shopping or travel, and then you can collapse those groups, which will help you save space and make your browsing look more minimal.
And this is Aria, Opera's built-in AI feature. You can ask questions without leaving your web page.
And they've even got AI image generation and image recognition built in. You can provide a simple prompt and Aria will go ahead and create that image from scratch. Aria's also got image recognition, so it understands and interprets the images that you upload. So if you want to go ahead and check out the new Opera One R2 web browser, and I think you should, look down in the description for a link to get you started.
Wow, is this case for this? It is. Case ruins it. Don't put a case like this on here. Put a later case, because this makes it feel too fat. It's not that fat. You want to appreciate how thin it is. Holy! I mean, it's not gonna be this rigid. This is just a model. I know it's not half, but it feels like half somehow. What? It feels like half. They say 5.65. Are they talking about the thickest point or the thinnest point? We need to know. Okay. Yep. The thinnest point, 565. Let's go back to the Pro Max, the fat boy here. It's crazy how this feels antiquated now. Like this feels like an absolute slab, and it's not even that fat, but it's just in reference when you handle the other one. Yeah, 8.75. So it is at the thinnest point. I don't know why, it's weird. They don't even feel like the same thing. Like this is like the width of the button. Am I getting carried away? This thing is crazy thin. How are they gonna deliver this? Mo, can you appreciate how thin that is? Look at the way I'm holding that. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're calling it the Air. They're gonna sell a boatload of these. They're not gonna sell any of these other ones. People are gonna go, I don't care, single camera, I don't care, worse battery. People are going to buy it if they handle it. Their friend is gonna have it, they're gonna be like, whoa. Let me just do a little pocket test on this thing. Insane. Don't put it in your back pocket. That is insane though. I did not expect to be this surprised. I saw the photos and I thought to myself, okay, whatever, who cares? It's thinner, but it really changes the experience of holding the phone substantially more than I would have thought. I just don't know how they're gonna make it strong enough, what kind of reinforcements are gonna need to be in play. And you just know people are gonna try to bend it and see what happens. And I don't know if I'm going to be one of them or not. Maybe a little anniversary. Oh, and by the way, we've also got the standard iPhone 17 to compare now, and we have some listed dimensions here: 149.62, 71.46, and 7.96. So a little bit thinner than your Pro Max, but nowhere near as thin as your 17 Air. And what are some other comparisons here? So 17 Air is a little taller than your standard iPhone 17, but not as tall as your 17 Pro Max. Width looks to be more in line with your Pro Max, a lot closer. So dimensions wise, other than the thinness, this thing is pretty close to your large model iPhone, and you see them on the table and you don't really appreciate it. So that's why I have to react for you in order to try to get it through to you how game-changing this feels to produce a smartphone that's this thin, that actually can perform and has the durability necessary to go in and out of your pocket and not bend in half. That would be a serious achievement. And by the way, Apple kind of needs it because people are looking for something fresh. They're looking for something to get motivated about. It feels a little bit stagnant, and not everybody was fully on board with this design when I showed it off last time. I would say at best, opinion was split. Probably more people said they didn't like the look of it. If they're able to nail it with this Air, then you're gonna see a lot of these out there. And probably even if they don't nail it with the Air, because people are just gonna be like, look how thin my phone is, dude. Look at how thin. Kind of feels a little bit like that first generation MacBook Air when he pulled it out the envelope and it was just like, whoa. I'm talking about Steve Jobs. I'm going back now. He pulled out the envelope and we were like, laptops can't be that thin. This sort of feels like that. Although, this thing's gonna have horrible battery life. Even if it doesn't bend in half, what kind of battery can you get in here? It's gonna be horrible. If this doesn't bend in half, just by you looking at it, then the battery life is gonna be the next problem, because where are you gonna shove that thing? Crazy. Anyway, there it is. That's the best look yet for anybody, I guess. iPhone 17 Air, there's two of them there. This is definitely more surprising when you handle it than when you just see pictures of it. That's wild. As I mentioned, I don't know what they're gonna send me. Maybe I'm gonna have more mock-ups, more variants. It would be kind of cool to see a finished copy like this, but of the Air model. That would be cool. So maybe that'll arrive. If so, you'll be the first to see it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one.